While I personally might hate water rides, there's no denying that there are some really good ones out there. Some of you might think of Journey to Atlantis at SeaWorld Orlando, Popeye and Bluto's
Bilge Rat Barges,
Splash Mountain, and even the Jurassic Park boat ride. Some of you might also remember the old Jaws water ride experience. Please, that is filled with so much submecophobia. Mum actually told me that I'd been on the Jaws ride when I was little. Apparently I wasn't very impressed. I wonder why. No. But in the UK, unsurprisingly, we don't have the same standard for our water rides. Crazy, right? But no, seriously. We do have log flumes and a lot of water rapids. And although I'm partial to enjoying log flumes more, a well-themed water ride can also be great. Our water rides aren't nearly as intense as they used to be, and a lot of them lack any sort of charm. For example, look at Rumba Rapids. Yes, it's very rapid, what a surprise, but there's no actual theming and the tunnel section is quite bare. It takes up a lot of space, and I've said for a long time that it's overstayed its welcome. Not only is it a nightmare for the maintenance team and staff working on it because of the costs to keep it running, it's just not that great. Yes, it's sad to lose a ride at Thorpe Park, but we lost quite a few when Hyperia was being built, but no one remembers those. Rest in peace Loggers Leap, Rocky Express and Timber Tugboat, but don't worry, Timber Tug was relocated to the better park, Chessington World of Adventure. For legal reasons, that's a joke. Thorpe Park is better than Chessington because if I was to say the other way round, I would get absolutely slaughtered by the theme park. Anyway, thank you Chessington for replacing the flooring in that area of Shipwreck Coast, but please restore Wild Asia's floor. There's more potholes there than a tribophobia montage. But unfortunately, in 2017, an incident that happened would change the UK water rides forever. A young girl had fallen out of a water rapids boat at Drayton Manor, and unfortunately she lost her life on the ride. Out of respect to her and her family, I will not be discussing the actual situation itself, as I'm sure a lot of people have talked about it already, and I don't want to cause any harm or remembrance to anyone that suffered from this incident or was affected by it. If you'd like to learn more about the incident or situation, you can click the top right corner to check out Disasterthon's video discussing it. This event immediately saw action to every attraction of this nature in the UK, and all parks who are operating a rapids ride. I also just wanted to take this opportunity to reinforce how important it is to listen to ride safety measures and videos in general. This goes for every ride, but especially water ones, as they can be the most dangerous. Sometimes you can forget to follow the rules when you're with your friends, but rules aren't there for fun. It's important to stay safe no matter where you are. This is why a lot of theme parks during school trip seasons have an adult to child ratio, or else they can't ride. But that's enough of me trying to lecture you guys. I'm sure you're all somewhat responsible. I'm looking at you in the back there. Why are you wearing platforms on the floor? The required amount of staff was also increased, costing parks more to run these types of attractions. Safeguarding was at an all-time high with the design changes to the doors of the vessels, and they added higher backs to each of the boats. This also added a rule into water rides. There has to be emphasized signs and audio telling people to please remain seated. Water rides lost their charm, and rides like Viking River Splash at Legoland lost all of the water effects, which made the ride less enjoyable. Of course, safety is a priority, but this was always at the cost of fun. A lot of enthusiasts claim that the situation surrounding rapids is unbearable. They compare rapids to a glorified lazy river that occasionally throws you around. But again, Samurai's at the same park, just go ride that. Climate for the UK isn't ideal a lot of the time either. It's rain, 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 and say it with me, thunder and lightning. What are you talking about? But due to global warming, this might change. But that being said, this summer has been pretty depressing. It was hotter in May than it is now, and I don't really see that changing. Water rides are great for hot days, but when that day's 1 out of 100, theme parks might decide against future developments for including them in the lineup. I still find it funny how we have a ride like Tidal Wave in the UK. You're just never gonna dry off. They know it too, because they want you to spend money to dry off in one of those glorified human air fryers. I think for the UK, water rapids really fall short because of the accident that happened, and I'm not sure if they will ever be ramped up again in the future. It costs the park too much money for a ride that opens for around 5 months a year. And don't get me wrong, I'd love to go on Valhalla in the middle of December. Yeah, I can't even lie about that. But there are people that do the rides no matter the weather. And you know what? More power to you. And usually in the winter seasons anyway, they ramp down the water. I'm not braving it without a poncho. People that go on water rides in jeans scare me in particular. Just imagine your thighs sticking to the gross denim as you walk around and it's all mushy. I think the UK does better when they use water as a feature rather than a ride itself, because it can be ran throughout the year rather than just in select months. Take Monkey Swinger for example. Those jets don't get turned off and usually stay on for the whole season that it's running. It adds to the experience rather than being the whole focus. But I'm not saying that the UK should get rid of water rides, and I hope that they get more investments. But realistically, I don't see any parks adding a rapids here in the UK because it's a lot of money and stress that isn't really worth it. Log flumes to me are definitely the superior option for the UK, as they can get away with more special effects. Just look at Pirate Falls at Legoland. Yes, the drop might not be anything special, but for a family drop it's quite high, and it's definitely a fun experience. I have lots of memories riding it with my friends and getting absolutely soaked. There are so many special effects, and being made out of Lego just adds to the charm. There are other water ride types that I haven't talked about yet, so I just wanted to briefly discuss it before people lose their attention span. Here, if I put a satisfying video at the top, will you keep listening to me? Dark water rides work really well here in the UK, as they can stay indoors and keep running during colder seasons. The throughput is also great because it's always moving, and it's an experience they could do more with because of the endless options. Outside, you lose a lot of opportunity to use smell pods and great lighting because you won't see or smell it. The same could be said for the Fairy Tale Brook and other magical family boat rides. They are a slower family attraction that require less maintenance and cost in comparison to a rapids ride. There is a need for a water ride in the UK, as we do occasionally get our hot months. Log flumes being my personal favourite will never get old, and they always add to my day out. Parks need water rides to help separate the day. For every coaster you need a flat ride, and for every flat ride you need a huge drop from Fairy Tale Brook. But please, Thorpe Park, get rid of Rumba Rapids. Lots of people don't even know it's there. Build a pink RMC, please! Thorpe Park, do it, you won't. What's your favourite water ride? Let me know in the comments. It doesn't have to be from the UK, but if it is, definitely tell me. I need more people to know about the hidden gem that is Pirate Falls. It doesn't get enough appreciation for what it is. If you did find this video entertaining or informative, maybe stick around and subscribe, because there will be more on the way soon. Or even look at some of my other videos. I've even got one here talking about Saw versus Colossus in terms of roughness. Colossus is definitely the better ride. I wanted to just say thank you as well. You guys have been amazing. 250 subscribers already is crazy, and I already have like so many more video ideas to do. But if there is something you'd like to see me do, comment it down below. I'll definitely make sure to consider it and even add it to my list of things to do. Until then, take care, losers. Phew, now that that's done, we can finally rest. Rumba Rapids is finally gone. Wait guys, I've got one more job for you, okay? Ma'am, we can't fit that many in that space. You'd have to be crazy to even try to attempt. I can fit one more! I think it looks a bit spacious. Isn't this supposed to be a thrill park?